Hey there, we come to the end of the second year of owning our little trailer, and I always share some of the things that I've learned. And what did we learn at the end of our second year? Well, one thing is cancellation policies at various RV parks vary from site to site. We got a situation where we found out the more popular RV sites require a really long range reservation because they're so full. We reserved one and sickness came up, we couldn't get there, and thought we were way ahead of the cancellation policy, but they were way out, like almost 2 weeks. And I understand that the really busy places, they'll keep your money and then they'll turn around and resell the site to someone else and make more money, double money. But one suggestion I have is to make sure you understand where you're going and what their cancellation policies are. Live and learn, that type thing. The other thing we found out, the more popular the RV park is, the more crowded you are. It seems like they try to squeeze you in as tightly as they can, and you're really close to your neighbors. But the third thing we learned is the magic of an RV. Once you're inside and you shut those windows and pull the shades down, it doesn't really matter. You can be anywhere you want to. We've had family over and we've literally spent the night in our RV in our driveway and had a great time. So great thing about an RV, once you're in there and it's dark and you pull the shades down, doesn't really matter. Fourth thing we learned is that RVs just aren't really conducive to spending time in them in the winter time. Now, we got down to about 29 degrees on our last trip. The air's warm. The walls and floor and ceiling of the RV are not. They're cold, and after a bit of a time you get into some condensation issues. We really thought about trying it out, and maybe if it was really something we liked, we'd sell out, become full-time RVers. One of the fifth things I learned is that very few people that do that stay with it. Most of them I see on YouTube, they go a year or two and they literally burn out. And one of the issues is cost. Start paying every night for an RV and your mortgage or your rent's probably cheaper. Now, there's a solution to that. I think my neighbor's come upon it, but he built his own RV park. He's got a one site location, and he's got a nice pad. He's got water, electrical, put in a small sewer. So he comes down from Kentucky a bunch of times a year right beside my house and manages to stay for free. So I think if a person planned on doing this full time, that would be the route rather than just traveling and bouncing around from place to place. But again, it was a learning lesson for us after 2 years that there's a lot to be thought about when you think you might want to do this all the time. And good for us, after 2 years we decided, nah, I don't think so. We'll continue to use it once, twice a month, go on our trips, and continue to stay where we're at. So it worked out good for us. The last thing we learned is that they are fragile machines. I don't think an RV or a trailer is meant to live in year-round. Lots of things to consider, to think about maintenance. A lot of the videos I watch, folks start to have some serious maintenance issues, and they start to migrate away from full-time living. One of the last things we've learned is that winterizing an RV is very important. Putting an RV cover on for 2 or 3, 4 month winter storage is dang near impossible for one person. Going up and down a ladder, trying to pull on a 25-foot cover and getting everything secured. Learned a lot from my first time doing it last year. This time around I got a person to help me, and I got on top and put the ladder on this end and walked over to the edge, and he handed me the RV cover, and I just walked back and pulled it as I went, and this thing covered in no time. So, and we've got a small trailer. I would recommend not trying this thing by yourself like I did the first year, but winterizing is very important. Follow the procedures, draining out all the water, etc., and get you some help putting the cover on. Lastly, we had the urge. It seemed like we thought we'd be happier if we had a bigger unit. We started spending hours and hours looking at different units, and one a little bit bigger and maybe some bunk beds, thinking maybe the grandkids would stay with us, but they're 16. My other granddaughter's in California, so not likely that that's going to happen. So we fought back the urge to go bigger, and our little unit, little Riverside retro unit, is just perfect for us. It's just the right size, easy to pull, easy to maneuver in and out of tight spots. So lesson we learned is, you pull in some of these RV parks and you see these monstrously big units, thinking, wow, I bet those are really comfortable, but a lot comes with having a big unit, especially moving from point to point. So good second year. Learned a lot about reservations. We learned a lot about dealing with cold weather. We learned a lot about fighting back the urge to go bigger, and decided basically somewhere down the road going full-time just isn't for us. It's going to be a recreational vehicle, an RV to us, and we'll use it as we see fit. And got her in storage now, and into March we'll hook her up and we'll get going. We'll talk to you later.